hope my appearance hasn't offended you, my friend. I'm Sherlock, an official citizen of the distant Ichi. You're looking for the spark, right? I happen to know where it is. So, why don't we be friends? I'll give you the information you seek, and you help me out.
Name your conditions.
I wonder if you've heard of the Lukuma. It's a deserted desert that few know of. A desert covered in endless darkness. The spark you seek is in the possession of the locals in the desert, the Ichi Tribe. Even though I had close contact with the outside world, I told no one about this until they cut off my trade route and broke the rules. When there are no rules, there are no friends. Help me fix this trade route. That's my condition. King Lionheart violated an agreement between friends, and he must pay for that.
Thanks for the information. We'll do our best to restore your trade route. This is Torchlight's promise to you. Lukuma Desert. I've never heard of it.
The pedestal, Torchlight, is used to keep a spark, the core device of the whole hideout.
Lukuma Desert? I've heard of it, and it's very dangerous, especially for airships. You may not be aware that it's a no-fly zone, indicated by the laws of the previous empire. All travel routes go around that cursed area. Yes, that desert has been cursed by the Eternal Night. It's said that aircraft immediately lose control upon entering that airspace, and no one has ever survived it. But you're right, we have no other choice. Finding the spark and reigniting the first flame is our only hope. We can sacrifice everything to that end. I've prepared the airship for you. May you return safely and triumphantly. Or is there something off about the night here? I can really control the power of the spark within me now. This is the spark's power. Look! I can control the power of the spark within me.
Stop acting so recklessly! If it wasn't for the desert lamp's protection, you would be sand monster food by now. The desert lamps are the guiding light of this desert. They don't just drive away the sand monsters. They guide the way. If you're going to the outpost, follow the cables of the desert lamps, or you'll be going around in circles. King Lionheart may have gone insane, but the ember machines he built in the desert are quite useful. All right, go on! Another ship has crashed and I have to scavenge it, so don't get in my way of making money.
I shall purify your tainted soul.
It's said that deep within the desert live the people.
Stay away! Get away from the tornado! The sand is shaking.
Reign of evil ends here!
The light here seems to be out. Your honor to be judged by a member of the Herman family.
There's no end to those sand soldiers. What do we do? Thanks to you, the supply centers are generating power again. Now the sand monsters won't dare to come in anymore. But we got separated from one of our companions. He's still all alone in the desert, and we don't even know if he's still alive. Well, I really want to head outside and search for him. The eternal night is too dangerous. We dare not leave the camp without the protection of light.
If we see that friend of yours, we'll bring him back.
purify your...
The Herman Empire will provide aid of 10,000 Ember reactors to the Ichi Tribe, and send academic advisors and 1,000 artisans to assist in the rebuilding of Lacoma's desert lamps, so as to feed the Ichi.
The Royal Army of Ichi framed me as a provider of weapons to the rebels, and I was banished here. Get out of my way! I'm not afraid of who you are, cursed by the Eternal Night. Wait! You're not afraid of the light? Aren't you sand monsters?
Your friend entrusted us to take you back to the camp. Please tell us about this curse of Eternal Night on the way.
Please, how did all of you survive until now? This desert is cursed. It has no daylight, and only eternal darkness plagues it.
Eternal Night. I knew something was wrong about the night here.
Come on, this is no time to talk. I'm heading back to camp to take care of my weapons. I need them to save Jessamina. Oh, Jessamina, it's great to have light!
He described Jessamina as such a perfect person that it kind of made me curious. I wonder how you would speak of me to other people. Your partner, a capable crow, great co-conspirator and fellow unlucky bastard.
There's no end to those sand soldiers. The Royal Army. You don't know anything. Poor foreigners. You're just like I was. I gave everything to this desert, but what did I get in return? It's the shame of being banished. It's the pain of being separated from Jessamina. I've been in Starsfall for so many years, yet I'm still just a despicable foreigner to the feline.
So, in short, you got caught up in the Royal Army's operation to quell the rebel army?
Actually, it was only a matter of time before someone rebelled. It wasn't the rebellion that caused their death. It was Lionheart's morbid rule that caused those deaths. Didn't we law-abiding businessmen get driven out too? It's a pity because those rebels aren't that bad. The arrogant Royal Army, on the other hand, acts like a tyrant. Not only did they destroy my stall, they even separated Jessamina and me. Jessamina.
Endless night. Is the spark really in Ichi? The cables run all the way here. Let's follow them. The cables here have been damaged. We have no choice but to continue forward in the dark now. This sandstorm just keeps coming wave after wave. So don't go too far from me.
Hurry up and dismantle these desert lamps so that the Nightstar's rebel army can't escape.
It's It's your honor to be judged by a member of the Herman family.
The desert isn't a place you can run wild in. We're here on King Lionheart's orders to hunt down the rebels of Nightstar that wander the desert. If you know where the rebels are hiding, I advise you to speak up. King Lionheart has ordered that those who dare to protect the rebels will be treated as rebels themselves. If you don't know anything, then get the hell back to the central continent. All of you can't afford to be charged for obstruction.
I shall purify your tainted soul.
All the desert lamps have been destroyed. It's so dark and cold here. You can stay closer to me if you're afraid. I'm not afraid. I've experienced many dark nights like this. I just recalled some bad memories. Don't worry, they stopped being my problem once we started our adventure together. I'll tell you about it when we...
I'm not your mule. I can carry no more. I shall purify your tainted soul. I'll need some time.
I'm Esmeraalda, born of the Eternal Night, the leader of the Nightstar, the Rescuer, and the Lightbringer. Of course, you can just call me Esme. The Royal Army is blocking off the path to Starsfall, and the desert lamps on the way have been destroyed. Looking at the direction you're coming from, I presume you've witnessed how domineering the Royal Army... I'm Esmeralda. The Royal Army is blocking off the path to Starsfall, and the desert lamps on the way have been destroyed. Looking at the direction you're coming from, I presume you've witnessed how domineering the Royal Army can be. The Royal Army was ordered to destroy the outpost in Starsfall, so the situation there isn't very promising. I'm heading back there to fight with my companions.
Take us with you. Those guys cut the cables, so it's too dark for us to go anywhere By the way, that sparkling spell of yours was awesome.
Nightstar needs people like you.
Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins.
This is Starsfall. The Royal Army may have set up an ambush here. Be careful.
Strange. Why is this place so quiet?
And be handsome.
Outsiders, stay out of this.
Since you refuse to change your ways, then just die.
Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your...
What's that? It's very strong, but very dangerous too. I'm afraid you'll lose yourself in it, just like King Lionheart did.
If you see me, tell her.
Why do you have a spark? Huh. It seems it wasn't chance that brought us together. Perhaps you are the true child of prophecy. The ancient prophecy of the Ichi says that the Awakened One, who carries the power of the spark, will drive away the Eternal Night. And that's why that wretched impostor deceived the leader of the Ichi, King Lionheart. King Lionheart was blinded by lies and fell into madness. So we had no choice but to raise the flag of rebellion. And that's how we fell into this situation. Forget it. There's no time to explain. I have to save my companions. The rebels should be locked up at the northeast of the market.
To you rebels only know how to hide like rats.
highest thanks to you. Guest from as you can see, we have left the Ichi Tribe, and we're hiding here in the name of the Nightstar to resist King Lionheart's rule. A mysterious woman who called herself the Child of Prophecy prophesied the arrival of calamity to King Lionheart as proof that she can bring back the sun. He believed that woman's lies and personally offered up the spark. He has gone completely mad. If you want the spark, you must defeat him. I think we can work together. The outpost has suffered a heavy blow. I have to spend some time reorganizing the team. It won't take too long. We'll meet again very soon. The King Lionheart's flag will fall, and the Nightstar will take back everything the Dawnlight spread.
Esme said to travel along the Pardatar River and go to the Ichi Tribe. The spark is there.
I'll need some time.
Since we last met at Stars Fall, I lived in exile at the desert borders, longing to see your face.
Still not willing to get rid of that sad desire for love? Allow me.
Hey, don't let her scare you. Are you really worried? I should have just gone over and pulled off her cloak. Hey, stop frowning. It doesn't seem weird to me at all. Honestly, I feel great now that I can use the power of the spark. I can finally stop chasing after you. Now, I can fight by your side.
What bad luck! When will these damnable winds stop blowing?
Someone's trapped in the storm.
Nothing's left after a day's walk. It was all for nothing. All hail the eternal night. My sand surfer got stranded in this damnable place that's covered in sandstorms and vortices, and my goods were thrown everywhere. This trip is such a huge loss for me. I'd be stuck here for a few more days if you hadn't come to my aid. Looks like I need to find a way to get a better sand surfer. What way? Don't ask. The desert will naturally reward her people. You look, pretty skilled. What do you think about being my chief officer? Don't be in a hurry to refuse. I have a stall in Stars Fall. Come see me once you've given it some thought. Nothing's left after...
started our river. Esme said it's the Mother River. The Ichi call it the skirt hem of the goddess. The Ichi Tribe is just upstream. It's the Ichi. It's the Ichi. Let's follow them. Damn it! We've lost them. These stone walls are everywhere. They're like
Some say it was Mount Thunder's eruption that brought the eternal night to this desert.
It's your honor to be judged by a member of the Herman family.
It's the Ichi. I dare you to stay and face us. Be careful. The wind here is really dangerous. Let's hide behind the rock. That was close. Look, those Ichi are over there.
Put aside hatred during the eternal night. That's desert people's creed. You're really lucky to have even survived the wind of eternal night. But this is where it ends for all of you.
What? Want to fight? Bring it.
Don't get it wrong. We're no match for you. But even if we don't stop you, the sandstorm of eternal night will stop you. It's the Ichi's most reliable barrier. No one can go head-to-head with the wind of eternal night. Only being minced into pieces awaits the ignorant who try. I advise you to give up and turn back.
We're better than you think. This little sandstorm can't stop us. Finally got past the wind barrier. Careful. We're in Ichi's outpost now.
Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins. Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins.
So the Ichi ward off.
Based on the volcanic glass in Star's Fall, this volcanic rock wasn't put here just to shield the wind, or...
I shall purify your tainted soul.
I'm not letting her rest!
I need some time.
Go warn King Lionheart.
Right. Go tell him I'm going to burn his mane to ash. Finally here. This Ichi Tribe is so hard to find. Huh? Why are there so many people locked in cages here?
I need some time. It's your honor to be judged by a member of the Herman family. Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins.
My power is resonating with the spark. We should be very close. Maybe I can be a spark compass in our future adventures.
Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins.
An Ichi who was forced to leave home due to King Lionheart's militarization wrote these words on the walls of his house.
I'll need some time. I shall purify your tainted soul. Evil ends here! It's your honor to be judged by a member of the Herman family. Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins.
The difference between a brave adventurer and a brave warrior that adventures is, the former isn't willing to get involved in disputes during the journey.
Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins.
Ha! We're just a group of traitors and 2 foreigners? How dare you even think of going against us?
Thank goodness you made it in time.
The Nightstar's attack wouldn't have gone this smoothly without that gap you made in the barrier. The battle will be very difficult. Head back to Nightsfall and rest. Now it's time for the Nightstar to launch the main assault. Just wait and see. The Nightstar will rise for sure.
Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins. I'll need some time. Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins. Need some time. Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins.
Lionheart was once an innovator too.
The banner of the sun will fall today! The lone stars, abandoned within the eternal night, have formed a river. Tonight, their radiance will light up the night sky. Perhaps you've realized that I'm the daughter of Manik, King Lionheart, and the princess of the Ichi Tribe. I abandoned my name, and in the name of the stars, I raised the flag of rebellion against my father. All of it, I did for this moment. I must stop this rashness no matter the cost. The eternal sun will only bring death to Ichi. Fight with us, my friend. You will carry the brilliance of the stars and challenge the Ichi's rising sun.
Watch out! The statue on the bridge has come to light.
Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins.
There's a power supply center in the northeast corner and northwest corner. They are powering this barrier. Let's turn them off, and we'll see what other tricks King Lionheart has up his sleeves.
It's your honor to be judged by a member of the Herman family. Need some time. I shall purify your tainted soul. I'll need some time.
power supply centers are the last things standing in our way. I can finally meet the great King Lionheart.
Thank you for ending.
Hope the sun will rise and never set as you have prophesied. To bring the sunlight the ancients promised back to the descendants in the eternal night. I swear to guard your way here, as you promised Ichi to clear the road ahead for them. Forgive me, my daughter! The eternal sun will drive away the eternal night! Why don't you believe me?
I'll need some time.
It's over.
I'm wondering if the ancient prophecy passed down within the Ichi is true. Seek the spark's strength, and you shall lose yourself in it. Why else would King Lionheart sacrifice Esme? I can't imagine how a person can face the fact that he has harmed the people he loved. I do not fear to eventually pay for this strength I now possess, and I won't regret choosing to fight by your side. But as my hunter, if I too lose myself to the strength of the spark, can you stop me before it's too late, just as Esme did?
My duty to cleanse all evil and impurities.
Is this the ruins of Lakuma?
Passage to the city of Ichi is only granted to those who pass the 3 trials here. According to rumors, Lakuma's last queen, Paloma, was fond of bloodshed. Many arenas were built all over the city. And countless brave warriors would risk their lives in these arenas just to please their queen. Only the final victor could have the honor of meeting their supreme queen and spending the night with her. But lying beneath that beauty and strength was the blood of innocents. So those who came after her created this trial to warn others to never indulge in the temptations of slaughter. The trial of slaughter is at the east of the sanctum. Be careful if you plan to challenge it.
Both winner and loser shall share the night, whereas I will have the eternal sunlight.
I'll need some time.
The symbols of a sword and shield are on the petals. What do they each represent?
Another great step forward. I shall purify your tainted soul.
reign of evil ends here! I'm not your mule. I can carry no more.
I've seen the strong and vigorous. They try their best. But
does a queen have to lose something to understand what is truly precious?
Passage to the city of Ichi is only, according to rumors, Lukuma is a city made of pure gold, and endless wealth and treasures are piled up within it. In addition, a sun of pure gold hangs high above the ancient city. Supposedly, its inhabitants have never seen the darkness of night. Countless bandits and thieves have lost their lives in the eternal night, yet they still flock towards it. But even after thousands of years, the ancient city still remains undiscovered. So those who came after her created this trial to warn others to never indulge in the temptations of wealth. The trial of power is at the north of the sanctum. Be careful if you plan to challenge it.
even gold rods.
This arrogant lady is getting on my nerves. How about we smash up her office?
I used to have everything, and I buried all with my own hands.
Liv said that a hunter is their crow's sword, and a crow is their hunter's shield. Since then, I've been wondering what kind of person my hunter would be.
According to the rumors, Lukuma's last queen, Paloma, was the most beautiful woman ever.
Now I know.
During the era of the Golden Sun, there wasn't a single soul that didn't admire her beauty, wasn't infatuated with her, wasn't mad for her, and wouldn't kill for her. That's exactly what gave birth to her pride, her unreasonableness, and her conceit. That extravagant tyrant built countless statues everywhere, just to display her perfect figure to the world. So those who came after her created this trial to warn others to never indulge in the temptations of beauty. The trial of lure is at the west of the sanctum. Be careful if you plan to challenge it.
Who can be forever you? What lasts forever?
Be careful of that.
I used to be the center of the sun and have the world at my feet. Until it died into a...
Why try to get everyone's attention? If it was me, I would prefer to simply meet the gaze of the person I like. The spark within me is telling me that the mysterious woman is just up ahead. This ancient city has been buried beneath the sand for millennia. What is she doing here?
And why are there so many golden statues here?
I'll need some time.
Sun! It's melting! Run! Run!
I'll need some time.
Lakuma shall be blessed by the Queen of the Sun. We'll all be fine.
Dragon! An evil one!
The Golden Flood destroyed everything.
Were these statues all once living people?
One day, I will stand beneath the limelight and make everyone shout my name. Behind me is the largest arena in Lakuma, the Ring of the Sun.
What happened to this ancient city?
When the mark of the sun and stars light up together, the door to the Ring of the Sun will open. Heroes who represent winners and losers will fight to be the true champion. This place has witnessed countless spectacular fights throughout history. The name of the champion chosen by the sun will go down in history, and the grace of the sun will belong to them. But my goal doesn't stop there. I desire to be the greatest champion in history. I desire to conquer every warrior of Lakuma, even if I must.
It's my duty to cleanse all evil and impurities.
My queen, I will offer up the most dazzling glory of Lakuma to you, an eternal victory.
Thousands of years have passed, yet this soul still remains. What a stubborn guy. Wait, watch out! Monsters are emerging from the statues. city seems to have been awakened. More and more Inheriar are awakening from within the statues. These souls that have slumbered for thousands of years are so eager for battle. So, let's give them a good fight.
Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins. I shall purify your tainted soul.
This place is so eerie. I have a bad feeling about this.
To enter the Ring of the Stars, you must cast away your doubts. Cast away your fear, and cast away your hope.
I shall purify your tainted soul.
Those who remain here are losers, eliminated from the Ring of the Moon, and so they've entrusted their fate to the stars.
Justice grows.
Road of the Moon. I failed to make it to the top as Uncle Gerald did. I brought shame to the Massey family.
I'll need some time. I shall purify your tainted soul.
The discontent of defeat burns within them, and it incinerates their minds and flesh. Only the bloody desire for slaughter remains.
Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins.
The benevolent Queen bestowed upon these losers the chance to start again, but they must fight for it with their lives.
I'll need some time.
It was not my defeat that brought me here, nor did I lose my way.
I shall purify your tainted soul.
I willingly abandoned my noble family name and assumed one that is unclean, just to offer up a flawless victory to Her Majesty. Someone has to lose. Not me. Not today. All glorious winners and desperate losers have fallen before me.
I'll need some time.
the road of the sun. Challenge me at my prime.
I'll need some time.
Lakuma shall be blessed by the Queen of the Sun. We'll all be fine.
Attack until your
glory is stripped eternally from the losers, and the victors gain their title. That is the rule of this path. Either remain victorious, or be defeated and fall into the stars as an unnamed soul. If you wish to challenge me, then defeat everyone and stand before me.
favored one of the 6 gods, may you inherit the glory of the past. The God of War's will has reappeared. Traveler, please accept this trial and conquer everything in your path as he once did. The God of War will bless you with his power, which will make you faster and stronger. Now, you just need to keep moving forward, fighting and defending all enemies that stand in your way. Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
The Almighty Queen is watching you, so stand out among the rest.
It's my duty to cleanse all evil and impurities. I shall purify your tainted soul.
New moon is rising, and only the valor of a victor will receive the grace of the sun. You wish to know the meaning of victory? To become the Eternal, the moon rotates to display its initial glory. Now the moon has dimmed. And you're one step closer to seeing its true appearance. People only see half the moon in the sky, yet they know not of the other half in its shadow. A new life. You are now equal with the half moon.
But we all know a disaster froze his dreams eternally. At that moment of failure.
I wish to see you, but the dual crescents blind me.
The door here is still locked. I guess we must challenge opponents in the other arenas first. The final door is finally open. Let's go fight the champion, the Coliseum of Moon.
You're an adversary to look forward to, and your radiance is not much different from what mine used to be. Gerald of Nassau accepts your challenge of the full moon. Victor, tread the road of the sun. Challenge me at my prime.
Your humbleness is being observed by
one day. Challenger, you've performed well in the Ring of the Stars and Moon, defeating past versions of me twice. Now, you're qualified to enter the Ring of the Sun.
I shall purify your tainted soul.
The lunar ring was without light. The sun's radiance was its merits, and the sun's wish was its will. Do not surround yourself with pitiable losers. A warrior acknowledged by the moon like you is exactly what Her Majesty the Queen needs. In return for the Queen's grace and the privilege of being the Ring of the Sun's champion, please help us maintain order here and display your true strength before the Queen. Please take the blessing of the moon with you and compete in the Central Colosseum.
I agree. Everyone has someone they want to protect, and that is admirable. Even if that someone is that arrogant queen.
Some time. It's your honor to be judged by a member of the Herman family. I'll need some time. Some time. Your reign of evil ends here.
Challenger, cleanse your past sins here, so you may receive the Queen's grace with a pure body.
The fight, revel, and all the pleasures wear our bodies. But aren't they part of life?
I'll need some time.
I once traversed the road of the stars and moon, and it filled me with glory and emptiness, until I offered a victory to the Queen that no one has been able to best. After that, in the center of this very Colosseum, and under the gaze of millions, the Queen bestowed her name upon me, so that I may share the name of the sun with her. Yet now, you have fought your way here seeking equal fame. Then seek the wealth and opportunity in your life within the arena. By the Queen's grace, defeat me at my best. Prove that you're worthy of the Queen's generosity and love. Scorching gold will judge your loyalty to the Queen. Even if you do not look up to the sun, you still can't escape its radiance. Only hares flee out of fright. Beasts don't even budge.
It's your honor to be judged by a member of the Herman family.
Jerry, crowned with the moon of honor and stars of impurity, accept your challenge as the Queen's son champion. You've won. Go meet the Queen. No one can resist her. I'm not the first. And I won't be the last.
I think I understand why the Colosseum's champion is still indulging in dreams and waiting to obtain unlimited strength from the Queen's love. I once asked you what it's like to hold power, because I worried that the strength of the spark was just an overinflated dream that tempts others to overestimate themselves. Even if it's nothing but a dream, I hope we can continue fighting together. We've experienced enough unhappiness, and good things are never enough. Ugh, what's going on with me? So sentimental all of a sudden. Forget all that. Let's deal with that troublemaking queen and return to Ember's Rest. I miss Melina so much, and I must give Catherine an explanation about the airship. Since I've grown stronger, I want to spar with you once we get back.
Ignorant souls, they yearn for the rising sun. But they'll never get what they want. Newborn God, you may descend.
Violence is not the answer to all.
The falling flames erupted the Angeria. Don't let that beam touch you. That statue looks... Falling flames are everywhere. What is that sun? monsters have appeared. In the pool corrupted by the sun. The golden water has been sullied by rust.
The water of these pools still hasn't cooled down after thousands of years. I tried it myself with my feet, and it was quite hot.
Body. How tempting. Oh, such a gorgeous body. I love it. The greater its beauty, the more it should be cherished, no? Don't worry, I won't spoil her. I must take good care of such a beautiful body. Oh, you're interested too. Why don't you come to me? I prepared something better just for you. subjects of mine, offer up your bodies and fight for me.
The sun has risen again.
Come, let me see how long you can fight to win my grace.
Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins. Purified.
1,000 years have passed, and my charm remains. My foolish people are still frozen before me.
some time. Violence is not the answer to all, but it is the answer to your sins. I'll need some time. Your reign of evil ends here! Tainted soul.
The ancient city seems to be awakening. I see innumerable shadows rising up to sing praise to the sun.
I'm most proud of my eyes, little beauty. Unfortunately, you can only close your eyes from now on.
Your reign of evil.
Your girl is waiting for you where the sun rises.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame. Only those who have lost their dignity would beg for mercy.
see the dazzling sun above you? It's my masterpiece, an eternal sun of pure gold. It brought eternal day to Lakuma. Yet that very thing makes them call me a tyrant. Is it wrong to give the eternal grace of the sun to them?
Violence is not the answer to war, but it is the answer to your sins.
Some say the Queen of Lakuma only seeks to satisfy her endless lust and desire for accomplishments. Look at gold and innumerable wealth around you.
Another great step forward.
To me, they are nothing more than ordinary. But in the eyes of those who cannot have it, it's like a thorn stabbing their eyes.
The road to justice continues.
It is how people are. They do not cherish what comes easy, and they seek to destroy what they cannot have. Is it wrong that I was born into this endless wealth? What kind of kingdom can remain eternal when you hold supreme power and endless wealth? Similar troubles will plague you too. But now, I think I've found the answer. I've seen many like you, just for the sake of an illusion, or something that's far beyond reach. Born beautiful. What's wrong with that?
But some are still infatuated by her beauty and yearn for her favor.
My champion, please fight for me once more. Sun Queen. I am the Eternal Sun. Witness the radiance of the sun. Even my eternal body will decay one day.
As your humble servant, I offer you the flesh and blood of the oldest living creature. O rotten sun, bring the new god into this world!
Oh, newborn god! Awaken in your scorching bed!
Do you feel it? The terror, the powerlessness, and the despair. That is what mortals should feel when facing God. You can't save your companion, just like you can't save this world.
Oh, sun! Rust away!
It was a thread like that which melted the golden sun, and Lakuma was frozen in the struggle of mortals is laughable before the great creation. But your willpower is truly surprising. Your heroic death in battle is worthy of the new god's eyes.
Witness the birth of a new god! Woeful beast! Master, I shall reveal to you the truth of this world.
Buy or sell. Help yourself to the catalog. Buy or sell. Help yourself to the catalog.
The gigantic machine in front of your eyes gives a strange, dangerous air. When you look at it, something seems to be also gazing at you.